Hi guys, surely you heard about my MP. Yes, I am his constituent. My MP, my sacked MP, Andrew Gwynne. Gwynne, whatever, but he's been sacked. That's the whole point, however you pronounce his name. The point is he's been sacked as the health minister. Yeah, it's Sunday today. Happy Sunday, everyone. Sinful Sunday. It's good news. It is very, very good news to me for many reasons. This is a man who, first of all, I'll give you a little history about Gorton. Gorton is hardcore labor, except for a handful of us, okay? A handful of us who have got totally different views. Once upon a time, of course I was labor. If you had told me years ago that there'll come a time we won't be labor, I'll tell you, fuck off, But once upon a time, but with the passage of time, people change, views change, and then you start to see the bullshit and more bullshit and more bullshit and then more bullshit, and then you divert away from them. So I came in this country when Gerard Kaufman was the MP, the local MP. Bless him. Gerard Kaufman, rest in peace. Rest in eternal peace. Gerard Kaufman was very dedicated to his constituents, including myself. If it wasn't for Gerard Kaufman, oh my goodness me, where would I be? In the gutter. In the gutter. We all have a story. My story, God. I had to write an autobiography because my story is a story of gratitude and immense pain. Gratitude to this country that put me on solid ground. Gerard Kaufman was a guy I got to know, and he got to know my son when my son was a very little boy, little fragile, frail, severely disabled boy. How did I come in contact with Gerard Kaufman? Ex-husband, domestic violence, and I bore him a disabled child, so that made even matters worse. I can't father this child. I don't call this thing a child. So Gerard Kaufman intervened in the situations, and as I say, if it wasn't for Gerard Kaufman, where would I be? In the gutter, okay? Goodness me. And then he died, but he worked until the very end. He worked for his constituents. He dedicated his life until the very end. And then we had Afzal Khan. Afzal Khan dedicated his entire service to Gaza. Every time Afzal Khan stands in parliament, he's talking about making Islamophobia into law. It has to be unlawful to criticize Islam, so that's his passion, priority. That is his biggest commitment. His biggest commitment, Afzal Khan, has always been Gaza. Gaza. Yeah, he will never stand in parliament and speak about the community, issues concerning the communities. So yeah, I got to know him as that guy. However, in spite of my differing views, Afzal Khan and I have emailed one another, about concerning issues, but he's been civil about it in spite of me not being a vivid, hardcore labor supporter, okay? But then the demographics changed after the last election. That meant Afzal Khan shifted, and then we had this now sacked guy, Andrew Gwynne, became our MP since the last general election. I got in touch with Andrew for something so grave. So basically, a rapist is on the loose. I say to him, Andrew, this is my issue. A rapist is on the loose. This black guy, I gave him all the details, raped a white teenage girl But nothing to see here. Black Lives Matter. Let's move on. I say, but it's not sat well with me. Can you take this issue over? Because the last MP has been dealing with it to an extent. Andrew Gwynne, as soon as he realized I'm not a Labour supporter, just dismissed me. Dismissed me. Oh, I was just making a brew. Right. A brew, anybody? A brew, anyone? A brew? A brew, anybody? Yeah, so Andrew Gwynne dismissed me. I've got the emails. You know, a man just can't be asked like, oh, you're not even Labour. I've got the email. And I actually said, excuse me, sir, respectfully, did you even read my emails? Or have you just, are you just there just to dismiss me, for the sake of it? Did you even read my emails? You know that when a guy can't be bothered, can't be asked, if you're not Labour, just die, And I knew him as that person. And then this weekend, we've known what I already knew as his constituent. Basically, he said to an old age pensioner, if you are not voting Labour, hopefully you die before the next election. And he was like, I've been re-elected after all. Duh, I've been re-elected without you, without your help, without your vote, without your support. So fuck you and fuck anybody who is not Labour. Basically, if you're not Labour, just fuck off and die. Yeah, that is Andrew. That is the man who became our MP. That sounds like the man, so relatable. It sounds like the man I dealt with in the emails and asked him, did you even read my concerns? Did you even read my emails? Respectfully, I even begged him. I said, please be a better person. Please do better. And then the Labour councillor, Julie Reid, blocked me on Facebook. Blocked me because she does not like the person that I am. Outspoken, assertive, just outright want transparency. She blocked me. Julie Reid blocked me on Facebook. So if anybody knows Julie Reid, just tell her that I said fuck off, So this is where we are. Andrew Gwynne. You guys, I'll tell you what my favorite poem is. There's a poem so close to my heart. There is no indispensable man. Never think of yourself more highly than you ought to. In that job, in that office, in that position, there is no indispensable man. You can be replaced just like that. But then my concern now is, even though he's been sacked as the health minister, even though he's been suspended in the Labour Party, he remains our MP. This thug who threatened pensioners that, look, go and fuck yourself. Go and kill yourself. Just die. This thug, come on. Only thugs use intimidating, threatening manners. Thugs do that. So this thug remains our MP. And that does not sit right with me. To have a thug for an MP. Oh, and whilst I'm at it, this milk right here is the best milk you can drink. It comes close. Not only is it organic, but it comes close to breast milk. If you guys remember the taste of breast milk, from your mother's bosom, if you remember the taste of breast milk. If you don't, have that in your brew. It will bring back, nostalgic. It will bring back a memory instantly as soon as you put this milk in your brew. And this is not a commercial advert. I'm just looking out for you guys. Guys and girls and non-binaries, they, them, whoever. But yeah, Andrew Gwynne, you have been suspended. You have been sacked as minister, but you're still my MP. You're still my MP. A thug like you, a thug. Nah. Andrew, I say no. No. No means no. I say no to having a thug to representing me in parliament. No. I'm sorry, Andrew. You've got to go. You've just got to go. You are a thug. Only thugs speak like you speak. Only thugs threaten and intimidate people. And not just, come on, you guys, you judge society by how they treat the elderly and the children. There's something about the elderly and the children. There's just something about them. Judge society. If society show you what they think about the adults, the elderly, the pensioners, if society shows you that, believe them. If Andrew has shown us to be the thug that he is, my God, I believe him and I say, no, we don't want you. We don't want you. I, on behalf of many people in Gorton, don't want you. You probably say, but you're black. Andrew, I don't want you. Yeah? Interpret it how you want. I don't want you. I'm a British citizen in the United Kingdom of Great Britain, 25 years a citizen, and I say I don't want you. Yeah? Rest in peace, Gerald Kaufman. Look at the trash that's been left with us. Look at the trash, the thugs that we're having to deal with as MPs. Nah. A hardcore thug. You need to be in jail because that was a death threat. You need to face the full force of the law like the rest of us. Duh. Happy Sunday, everyone.